Audio Jungle.
All welcome to this very brief interaction, which is designed to give you an update of what we've been doing in the last 48 hours or thereabouts. We are all witnesses to the peaceful elections that were conducted here in Edo State. And I want to therefore seize this opportunity to appreciate very deeply the good people of Edo State for the commendable manner in which they have conducted themselves throughout the course of the election. I want, in a very special way, on behalf of the Inspector General of Police, thank them for trusting, for having a very big trust in us, and for working with us throughout the course of this election, pre, during, and now that we are in the post-election phase. I also want to thank officers and men of the Nigerian Police Force, members of the armed forces, and personnel of other law enforcement agencies who supported us massively in the course of this election. Gentlemen of the press, I know you will want me to give an assessment of the conduct of our personnel in this election. And I will say without mincing words that officers and men of the Nigerian Police Force, supported by personnel of other law enforcement agencies, did excellently well during these elections. Throughout this election, there was no single theft recorded. The election was violence-free. There was no recorded incident of the kidnap, assault, or molestation of any INEC staff or other persons, other stakeholders involved in the elections. There was no recorded incident of arson. There was no recorded incident of serious assault on the police or members of other law enforcement agencies. We were able to keep the land, the air, and the waterway safe. Citizens were able to go out and cast their vote with minimal incidents. In the course of this election, officers and men of the Nigerian Police Force and members of other law enforcement agencies conducted themselves in line with standard best practices for policing the election, for policing elections. We were politically neutral. We observe due compliance with the laws and all the relevant guidelines surrounding the elections. There was no incident of misuse of firearms. We were fair, but we were fair. We were tough on the criminals, but we were protective of the law abiding. And so it was that sense of pride that I brief you today. Now that the elections are over, we have activated our post-election strategies. We are commencing massive patrols of the state. We are putting in place a strategy that will give rise to high visibility policing. We'll be conducting confidence building patrols, show of force, and the protection of all critical assets of the state. We'll be paying very special attention to public spaces. We'll be paying very special attention to INEC facilities and government facilities. We want to appeal to citizens who have so far commended themselves excellently well to continue in that regard. You have nothing to fear, you have nothing to worry about. Just continue to conduct yourselves within the ambits of the law. We know that a lot of Edo citizens or Edo-lites who return to cast their votes will equally be returning back to their different places of abode. In that regard, we'll be strengthening security around the highways to ensure that their journey or their travelings out of the state will be safe. We equally want to thank members of the press for the support they gave us, for placing their different news media at our disposal, for helping us to communicate proactively in real time with members of the public, for giving us feedback from the fields, and for working with us throughout the course of these elections. I want to thank you all, even as we wish Edo people the best of luck in everything they do. Thank you, and we're ready to take your questions.
Thank you. We can do better for him. All of us, the police has a very long history of conducting elections perfectly. It's not the first time. I'm sure it's not going to be the last time we're going to do it. I'm sure in November we're going to be in Ondo State again to deliver and make sure we have the perfect electoral process. Thank you, the AIG. Thank you, very senior officers. Gentlemen of the press, this is question time. If I to be in the church, they will say, offering time is a blessing time. But it's a blessing time. You can ask questions you want.
Okay, just how you said from Carlos television. So were there arrests?
Yes, there were arrests. We have a total of 6 arrests. That's a summary. We expect this number to shoot up in the course of investigations, because we expect that there will be accomplices. I mean, that there will be people who aided, who abetted, who procured, who facilitated, who sponsored these suspects who were arrested. So for now, we have a total number of 6 suspects in our custody. But we expect that this number will likely go up as we begin to expand and deepen our investigations. We also recovered a total number of 4 weapons of different makes. This is also subject of very wide investigation. Live ammunition we equally recovered in the process of recovering those weapons. A total number of 58 voters' cards that were in unlawful possession of the suspect were recovered. Some stolen or illicitly acquired beavers machines were equally recovered, while we equally recovered cash, some amount in cash. This is a summary of everything we've done with arrests and recoveries or like I said earlier, we expect that as we deepen and continue and expand our investigations, that we will be picking more persons.
Thank you. Any other one?
Okay, so this post-election security strategy, how long is it going to run?
Well, we will be waiting for a standing order from the Inspector General of Police, who is the overall commander of these operations. But while we wait for that, we will also scale down our presence in the states. But we continue to speak to you on that for everything that, every aspect of our investigation that is non-confidential.
Audio Jungle.